So Zynga held their earnings call around this time last week, and there was actually a little bit of information in there about the upcoming game Star Wars Hunters. So today I wanted to go over everything that we learned to fill you guys in on all of that information. Now, if you guys are keen on Star Wars Hunters, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. I'll be covering any and all news leading up to the game, and then obviously plenty more content after the launch, so make sure you don't miss out. Now, like I said, in the earnings call, Zynga briefly talked about Star Wars Hunters. There wasn't too much they actually mentioned, but one of the key things that they did mention is that it is still on track for a fiscal year 2023 launch date. And initially that sounds like a really good thing. Obviously the game is meant to be launching in 2023. We're almost halfway through August right now, meaning there's only really 3.5 months left for them to actually launch the game. However, the key word there was actually fiscal year 2023. Now, I'm not 100% sure why it works this way, but the fiscal year ends at the end of March the following year. So for example, fiscal year 2023 ends in March 2024. I've never understood why that is the case, but that is just how the fiscal year works. And so the fact that they mentioned it is still on track for a fiscal year 2023 launch date, although that could still mean 2023, obviously, it could actually mean it could be, early 2024 as well. So initially it sounded like a really good thing, but that could actually potentially point at a delay. Maybe the game is going to be coming out in something like February or March, which is obviously not sticking to their current planned release date of 2023, even though it is still in the same fiscal year. Now, I've had a look at the website and their Twitter and stuff like that just to double check that nothing's been updated. It does still say that the launch will be in 2023, although to be fair, they barely ever update their website or their Twitter account. So maybe they just haven't gotten around to updating that yet if they have delayed the game or something. But as far as we know, the game is still on track to launch in 2023. So you would have to imagine that it is still going to launch this year. It is just very confusing that, like I said, we are halfway through August now and we still don't have a release date. I won't lie, it definitely has me a little bit worried about the fact that they've said it's still on track for fiscal year 2023. That wording is definitely very, very odd because they could have just said the game is on track to launch in 2023 like they've initially planned it to. The fact they are adding fiscal year in there obviously could just be because they are talking about the earnings call. Fiscal year is something that comes up pretty much every sentence in those earnings calls. But like I said, if they were so confident it was still launching this year, they could have just said the game is launching in 2023. So I am definitely a little bit concerned about that. The game has already been delayed at least 2 times that we know of. It's probably been delayed more than that internally. And I am slightly worried the game is actually going to be delayed again until 2024. The other thing to keep in mind is that they said it is still on track, but that doesn't mean that can't change. It is currently still on track to be fiscal year 2023, but maybe by February it is no longer still on track and it is going to launch in November 2024. That is something that I'm obviously worried about as well, because they have constantly said this game is going to be launching this year and then it gets delayed to the next year. It was meant to launch 2021 and then 2022, and we are now nearly at the end of 2023. So at this point it is all just a guessing game. There is really no information that we got in this that definitively points to when the game is launching, simply because the way they've handled this game has been pretty poor, if I'm honest, in terms of the communication and the release date and stuff like that. The game itself has actually been handled really well in terms of it's been supported pretty solid, especially for a soft launch game. But yeah, when it comes to the release date and stuff, I am definitely a little bit nervous, and the whole mentioning of fiscal year 2023, that does not help my nerves whatsoever. I've actually got a video coming out next week pretty much focused around my concerns and really just my frustrations in the way that they've handled the game, so be sure to keep your eyes peeled for that. But that is pretty much it for today. Like I said, there wasn't too much to go over, but it was definitely some very interesting news nonetheless. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button, and if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with those notifications on. But with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and may the force be with you always.